not really out here just eating chicken legs. That's for petite women and niggas on the diet. Don't sit here and lie to me. That's the first one. That's not the first one you grab, Jack. So don't sit here and
yes, it is, bro. It be the easiest. You open the box, you see the leg you grab. It's the easiest to grab. It's easy. It already got it. It come with a handle. It's easiest. Like it makes sense. Stop that.
Chris Brown enthusiast.
You're a Chris Brown enthusiast.
Man, look. Me and my girl listen to that nigga all the time, so y'all not finna get me in trouble.
All right.
Y'all not gonna get me in trouble.
Podcast. Interesting.
My girl got hands.
No comment.
Hey, wait! Welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast. I'm your host, Greg Goods.
I'm your host, Jackson Keynes.
And if you're wondering why it took 2 weeks to get this shit,
it's because it was a holiday. It was the 4th of July. What do you expect us to do?
Hey, look, we just, a little layoff. Nah, we had some technical difficulties, man. But I mean, we back in there, back popping. I put that loss on me. I take that L on me. I mean, wear that across my sleeve. You feel me? But
that's a good team player right there. That's a good team player right there.
Great team player. I only do this shit here though. Anywhere else, definitely blaming the next nigga. 1, not lying.
Workplace, it's not my fault.
Not my fault. Never my fault. You're not putting that shit on my evaluation. Okay. But before we get it on and popping, a lot of stuff to get into. But before we start there, how are you? How have you been? What's been up?
The only thing that's been up is these damn interviews I be having to do at work.
Hey,
it'd be annoying, but like, man, bro, I had to talk to he's probably like 80 something or whatever today, and you could just tell he wanted somebody to talk to, and so that somebody just happened to be me today, and we was on the phone for like an hour and 15 minutes. And like that interview could have been done in 15 minutes. So I was just very upset. But hey, it is what it is. This is the life I signed up for, apparently.
Now, did this older man, this is a gentleman, right?
Yeah.
Did he happen to be of Caucasian persuasion?
Of course.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay.
I think he had an accent. He was like Scottish or something.
Oh, he's one of them.
Yeah.
He's one of them. No. All right, man. Look. All right.
What you been on up there in the freezing cold? Or I guess not cold no more, but.
Oh, man, look. I wake up. It's like 69 degrees when I wake up. Had a high of 84 degrees. You know what I mean? Had to bust out the short sleeve today. You know what I mean? It's a very rare occasion. But honestly, man, just transitioning with work, man. It's just dealing with work. Just counting my days. Got different things going on there, and just living life and enjoying these off days, because that's the only time that I can do a podcast on my off days for the most part. So yeah, it's before I even go into it, man, it's just like, do you ever of course you get burned out at your job, but like there's just certain things that I get burned out on, particularly like with sports. And for me personally, it's the LeBron MJ debate. And I'm burnt out on that. And it's just like I've been taking Uber these past like month and a half because I've just been trying to save up for a car. And once they realize where I'm going, they'll be like, "Oh, so you know sports? Hey, yo, look, I gotta ask, yo. Hey, Bron or MJ? Nigga, what? Why is this the first question?"
I will never have that conversation again. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of hearing that.
Yo, nigga, at the end of the day, believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to convince you one way or the other. I barely want to tell you my preference right now, but it's just like, nigga, I don't care. This shouldn't be a debate anymore. Let
You
that
just
shit
gotta
go.
you just gotta throw a random you gotta throw a random person out at them like LeBron or MJ. Nah, nigga, Charles Barkley. And they'll be like, what? And then just move on with your day.
You need, but this is the small shit, the small incremental shit that I blame Skip Bayless for. Skip Bayless is one of the reasons why this debate topic is um, as big as it is today, and I hate him for that. No cap. But anyway, we're not starting with basketball. We're starting with the NFL. So I'm gonna pass it to my NFL expert, Sir Jackson.
Yeah, the NFL expert quote with quotation marks around it, but
That's literally everybody though. Everybody an expert.
it was very hard to find some topics for the NFL this week until yesterday when Asante Samuel, who's you know 4-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All Pro, 2-time Super Bowl champion, very good resume. He's not in the Hall of Fame though, but Asante Samuel hopped on Twitter and decided to just hate on Sauce Gardner for one for a day. Nobody really knows why. Everybody was chilling, and there was a tweet by the NFL, and it showed a player poll on who the best corner was. And the top corners in the league were ranked 1 through 10, and it went Pat Surtain, Sauce Gardner, Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander, Darius Slay, Marlon Humphrey, Marshawn Lattimore, Trayvon Diggs, Denzel Ward, and AJ Terrell. And you know them corners. Those are all very elite corners, some of the best of the best. Sauce Gardner, he was an all pro as a rookie. And Asante Samuel went and quoted the tweet and saying, "This is all the New York media's fault. They'll take your career to another level." And from there, things just got progressively worse for him. He then went to talk about Darrelle Revis, and apparently he thinks he was better a cornerback than Darrelle Revis, who's
Revis Island.
exactly
Revis Island.
Exactly.
Yo, you tripping guy. I didn't even know he said that.
No, they was arguing, they was getting into it.
Ain't no way.
So Asante Samuel ended up saying he was better than Darrelle Revis, which we all know that's not true. And his justification was that he has more interceptions than Darrelle Revis. Because Asante Samuel, like I said, he was good. He had 51 picks, 51 interceptions in his career.
Okay.
And he played 11 seasons in the NFL. Darrelle Revis, who also played 11 seasons, only had 29 picks. Now you may think, hey, that means Asante's better, right? No. Darrelle Revis only had 29 picks. They didn't throw to him. He literally shut down
half the field.
Literally.
And I'm gonna let you keep going, but maybe I just don't know how good Asante Samuel is, because that nigga went straight for Darrelle Revis. You couldn't even get to Richard Sherman first, because I don't think he better than Richard Sherman.
No, Asante thinks he's better than Richard Sherman, or Asante thinks Richard Sherman's better than Darrelle. My bad.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is Asante Samuel, for whatever reason, when I Am Athlete was still in their heyday, Asante Samuel, he went on that podcast, and he also had more stuff to say about Revis. And it just comes down to, for whatever reason, he hates Darrelle Revis. Because I guess he feels like he should have gotten the notoriety that Revis had. He should have got the cool Revis Island nickname as well, because that's a very tough nickname. But calling yourself better than a first ballot Hall of Famer, 7-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All Pro, and Super Bowl winner, it's sort of crazy. Like, am I tripping, or like I feel like that's a little crazy.
Yo, look, I don't think you tripping at all. This nigga wanted Asante Island so bad, it's just not happening. Samuel Island, it's just not. It don't hit the same. First of all, but it's just I don't know why he blaming New York for that. I don't know why. I don't know why he's blaming New York for that, because New York didn't hype up Mark Sanchez like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
New York didn't. I mean, look.
New York didn't hype up Zach Wilson like that.
Hell no. And it's just like, I mean, you can get Brandon Marshall maybe, but Brandon Marshall's a dog, in my opinion. I mean, he was a dog receiver. Look, but I don't get that New York angle at all. To be honest, I don't get it. I don't get it. Sauce is amazing. I don't get it. Even the top 10. Do you even have a problem with the top 10?
The only problem I have with the top 10, I would put Xavier Howard, who's a cornerback for the Dolphins. I'd put him on there because a couple seasons ago he he like led the NFL in interceptions. And like we were just talking about how interceptions aren't like everything, but damn it, he is good. Like he really will shut down your best receiver. And now he was an honorable mention though, and he sort of had a down year last season, so I'm not mad at his exclusion from the list. But for the most part, I like it. I don't know if I necessarily go in the order, especially in terms. I don't know if I'd have Marlon Humphrey as high, but for the most part, I do like the list.
Yeah, I'm not. And normally, when it comes to lists, and we're gonna talk about lists a lot on this podcast, but like, they're notorious for fucking up a list. And for this one, it's just like, look, I love Pastor 10. I mean, I was somebody that was higher on Pastor 10 than I was Trevon Diggs. I'm glad we got Trevon Diggs, but
Trevon, he's good now. He got all them picks that season, he wasn't that good. He just happened to be lucky.
I mean,
this past season, he was good. Though. He was shutting people down.
He was good. He was good. You know what I was talking about last year? I mean, that 2 years ago when that podcast that didn't really come about for real said. I told y'all niggas he was Anthony Brown, but with 11 picks. You feel me? That's how I was feeling. That's how I was feeling at the time. But just seeing how he listened to the crowd noise and adjusted his game. Man, I don't have a problem with this list. Honestly, I think Asante is bugging. But I feel like you got to have some sort of delusion to be the best at what you are, and be in the NFL and be in the NBA. You got to be delusional at some point. At some point to make it as far as you need. That's how I feel about it. So that's why I don't really go crazy on some of these people. But when you start going straight for Darrelle Revis, I'm like, all right, nigga, look, nigga, not even in the league. He not even in the league no more. Like, say that shit for the niggas on the field, bro. Like, I don't get that at all. So that's
when you talk about the niggas on the field, I don't think there's no corner now that's better than some of the corners of our past. Like, no corner now is better than Darrelle Revis. I don't think any corner will ever be except Deion Sanders, of course. But like, I feel like maybe I'm tripping, but it feels like the players back when we were a little bit younger, growing up, were better. Like, even like look at running backs, bro. There's no running back that's ever been better than Adrian Peterson. Like, since now, right. I don't think there's been a running back better than Adrian Peterson. Like, who's the best running back in the NFL, you would say?
Right now?
Yeah.
I think we agree with Nick Chubb. I mean, I would probably give the edge maybe to Saquon. He just had a hell of a year last season. But I'm not mad at anybody that says Nick Chubb because Nick Chubb plays for the Browns and nobody talks about him in that caliber of just best running back in the league. They'll put Derrick Henry and all these other niggas before him, but statistically, he's had a good year. I agree with that.
I agree with the Nick Chubb pick too, but like thinking of Nick Chubb, is he better than Adrian Peterson?
No, he's not better.
Is Nick Chubb better than LaDainian Tomlinson?
Hell no.
Is he better than LaShawn McCoy? Like the running backs from the past were so much better than they are now.
God.
Like it's crazy because it feels like people nowadays are better athletes, but it's just something about the running back.
It's a different kind of. I felt like back in the day, like I felt like all 30 teams had a good to superior running back. At bare minimum, your running back was good. Dallas Cowboys was not in this conversation, but I was okay. I was okay and content with Marion Barber. Marion Barber was good enough to do what he needed to do at that time.
Marion Barber plus Felix Jones, that sort of equaled a decent running back. That equaled a good running back.
And he still had a name. His name Pac-Man Jones. Feel me? Like that's crazy. But like you think about Jamal Charles, you think about we already talked about LT. We don't even talk about Arian Foster, Ray Rice. Fuck, like shit, Jerome Bettis, Le'Veon Bell. Like the list goes on. I don't even know who the running back was for who the Giants had. I feel like the Giants had somebody crazy.
That big the Brandon Jacobs. He was
like Brandon Jacobs.
Like 6'4", 2. He was like Cam Newton at running back. He was Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry, really.
Crazy height. I don't know who the Jets had, but the Jets had somebody crazy. Every team has somebody crazy. Every single team.
Even the Falcons, they have Michael Turner.
Steven
Jackson on the Rams. Steven Jackson was cold.
And we're not even talking about the nigga that's an MMA fighter now. Got that nigga name. Oh my God. Damn.
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore. That's what I was talking about. We didn't even talk about Frank Gore. Frank Gore. How did we forget Frank Gore? Like
the running backs now is like Nick Chubb, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Dowd. Like they're all great, but I take the running back from the past
any day, any fucking day. We ain't even talking about Marshawn Lynch yet. You feel me? Like this.
I can't believe we didn't talk about Marshawn.
And then you have like some in betweeners like Maurice Jones-Drew, and then you have
even Darren Sproles, bro. Like
Darren Sproles.
Stupid.
Darren Sproles with the Reggie Bush combo. Niggas don't even talk about that anymore. Oh my god! Like, who did the Browns have back in the day? Nobody.
Nobody. They had Peyton Hillis for a year.
Oh yeah, Peyton Hillis. Yeah, Peyton. He got on Madden for 1 year, and then they used all their quarterbacks as running backs for the next 7 to 8 years. Even the Cardinals, man. I don't even know who the Cardinals are. Yeah. But I mean, I think like the gap between running backs is way higher than it is like for wide receiver. Like the wide receiver comp it's still like I genuinely do not know. Actually, I do know. Maybe it's just nostalgia hidden because I still don't know I still don't know anybody that's beating Randy Moss right now. No cap.
Oh, yeah, nobody. I don't think
Nobody knows. But it's like the talent, like the gap between the wide receivers back in the day versus the running backs back in the day with the running backs currently. It's just a bigger gap for running backs right now. Yeah. And I don't know.
It may never get back to that because no one want to play running back anymore because they don't pay them.
Yeah, it was just because, man, and shoot, and it's one of those things where like the game is different now. It's passing more than ever. You go back earlier in time, you had to depend on a quality running back. Niggas wanted, niggas saw Eric Dickerson and said, "Hey, yo, I want to be a running back," and then everybody became running backs. Emmitt Smith, all them people. You feel me? So once they realized the game was changing, niggas want to become receivers. I don't know. I think all the former running backs turned into defensive players.
Yeah, honestly, shoot.
Yeah, Michael Parsons was a running back before he became an edge rusher. So, I mean,
I've seen his highlights. He runs the way he looks. That's all I'm gonna say.
He be running like somebody stole, like he stole something. Like he running. I hate that nigga's face. Oh my god.
But we're not gonna talk about his.
Alright.
Never. Let me not either. Let me. Let's move on.
Alright. Okay. Because I already know how this doing. Alright. We done with football. We done with the NFL. If you want more NFL, wait till the NFL season start, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. We go and transition from there to basketball, real hoops, real dynasty hoops. You feel me? And we're gonna talk about NBA free agency. Just very quickly, just the main bullet points, Jax. I don't know if you had it on your screen, but just go ahead and just name out the notable free agency things that happened throughout this offseason.
Well, two of the biggest dominoes that fell or didn't fall, depending on how you look, were Kyrie and Draymond. They both ended up staying with the Mavs and the Warriors, respectively. And honestly, who thought they would go anywhere else? I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think they would. I didn't think Kyrie would leave for real.
I thought Draymond might have left for real. I thought he was gonna leave if they kept Jordan Poole. No cap. But once they got rid of Jordan Poole, I was like, yo, this nigga is a guarantee.
Once they ruined Jordan Poole's life.
hey, you saw them photos? You saw them boys?
He got the mutton, whatever his like. He got the non-connected beard. He just looked disheveled. It's sad to see. Very sad to see.
I don't know how Kyle Kuzma gonna save that, but I mean, look.
Oh, Kyle Kuzma, he also got re-signed.
Oh shit,
not really a big one, but shout out to Kyle Kuzma. Then we had the Rockets. They got They got Fred VanVleet. They got Dylan Brooks, and who else did they get? Oh, they got Jeff Green because they need that veteran presence.
Veteran leadership with championship experience.
And they got Jock Landale, who should still be on the Suns, but we're not getting into the Suns right now.
Fuck the Suns.
All right, we're getting into the Suns. Fuck the Suns.
Jock Landale, baby. Jock Landale. Head ass.
And then we got some max contracts. Desmond Bain, he got a $207 million 5 year deal. That was his max. That was the most he could get. I'm not exactly sure why. Like there's definitely an explanation. I just don't feel like looking it up. Then Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, and LaMelo, they each got 5 year, $260 million max contracts, which is well deserved for all of them because they are some of the future stars of the league.
Yeah, shout out to James Wiseman. Weak ass
All
nigga.
right, man.
Hey man, get your
Really,
weight
that
up,
should have been
nigga.
that should be that they should have been like the first three in that draft. Thinking about
For real. No, for real. Like
it.
it should have been them.
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. Bag fumbler like crazy. It's crazy. I hope he gets real. Hope he does better in Detroit. I don't know.
Now, what were some of your takeaways with free agency?
Free agency. I think a lot of people was talking about the Rockets and how much money they were spending on this. But look, you know, if you were seeing some videos circling, you need all the veteran presence that you need. I don't give a fuck how much money it takes, yo. Just go get some vets. I think the main focal piece was Fred VanVleet. If you got Fred VanVleet, I will, and you know anybody else like Dylan Brooks. Like people be talking about Dylan Brooks. At the end of the day, nobody was playing better defense on our team beforehand than Dylan Brooks. So my hot, you know, it's not a hot take, but it's just like, yo, the money had to be spent anyway. Go ahead, do what you have to do. Also, I thought we were going to get Patty Mills until we shipped him off to OKC. OKC, great young core.
Hawks, I believe.
Yeah, y'all got a great young core. It's just a matter of what y'all want to do with these fucking draft picks. I think the Lakers had a decent free agency with getting Gabe Vincent on some small shit, retaining Austin Reeves and that whole core, and I'm getting Jalen Hood. I just think it's all about you know the development of the players that you sign. You're banking on their development as well. But honestly, for the most part, from a free agency standpoint, the only head scratcher I have is maybe the Warriors because I still don't know what the fuck they doing.
They're believing in Steph. They're betting it all on Steph.
They're betting on Steph, and there's still reports that that Chris Paul thinks that he could still be a part of the starting lineup, and I just don't know how the fuck that's gonna work.
See, I forgot Chris Paul was on the Warriors because it was just like my mind just rejected the idea. Like,
Yeah,
there's no way that could happen.
Yeah. So that is that. But so in his mind, he thinks it would be CP3 at the 1, Steph at the 2, Clay at 3,
at 4,
and Kavan at 5. I mean,
that wouldn't be defense is terrible.
That's a nasty lineup. That's niggas 40 or close to 40. It's not working, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I really do think he'd be better suited for a bench role because like his minutes would be shorter. And Chris Paul, he always comes up with like just that hamstring injury. It always happens to him now. He's getting old, so I feel like him on shorter minutes would definitely keep him fresher for postseason and stuff like that.
That nigga was doing that shit when he was young. I'm not. Look, it don't matter how much you rest CP3. It's not even about longevity about him. It's about how much of his body is he exerting. He could play 4 games this season. If game 4 that nigga decides to just go like 08 Chris Paul, he gonna pull something. He just needs to figure out his new pace and just stick to it. And don't go too crazy. You old. It's just like when my dad tried to go hoop at he can't just go full sprint and dive for loose balls. It's the wreck. You're 57. Let's not do that. Let's stay in the corner, shoot threes.
The thing with CP3, I just feel like he knows his time is. He knows he's on borrowed time. He knows Father Time is like staring at him behind that tree, like that Shaq picture, and like he just knows like it's going to be a wrap for him. So he goes all out no matter what because he's literally trying to leave his everything on the floor, and that just contributes to him always getting hurt.
Yeah, that's just gonna be an interesting thing. That's just I just don't know how any of that's gonna work.
I think seeing Chris Paul in like that Warriors jersey might make me like throw up. Just I don't know if I can like handle that imagery.
I mean, look, Steph Curry done big bro this nigga for years.
Bro.
And it's just very weird for you to just join this nigga's team all of a sudden.
Like a nigga like me, I stab Steph. Like I do this all just to get close to him.
And stab this nigga.
I stabbed that nigga, bro.
That accomplishes absolutely nothing, but I appreciate that.
Good.
Would it? I mean, I believe it. But who do you think won free agency? Like, how do you feel about free agency overall? I just feel like a lot of moving pieces, but like, what did you take out of it?
I feel like, honestly, I think one I really, really want to say, I really like the Timberwolves, or I really like Anthony Edwards. So I really want to say, oh, the Timberwolves won free agency, but they don't because they still have Cat and Gobert. So let me just stop talking about them. But I feel like the Pacers won free agency because re-signing Halliburton, like not just free agency, but really the whole offseason.
The offseason, yeah, I agree with that offseason.
Re-signing Halliburton was a big Halliburton. I didn't know he was gonna be this good, but he's really great.
Right.
And then they got Jarris Walker, who is also he fits perfectly with them, especially with I know people aren't that high on Miles Turner, but I think Jarris Walker and Miles Turner just from defense alone is a crazy combination. I really think the Pacers will make at least they're gonna make the playoffs this season. I 100% believe that. I think they're gonna be a really good team this season.
I'm a little confused on why they didn't make it last season. I thought they were gonna make it last season. Me personally, the way Tyrese Halliburton was playing and hooping at the beginning of the season, I just assumed he was gonna make a play-in or something. I think I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this loud and clear. Jarris Walker is the tallest 6'7" player I've ever seen in my life. He looks way taller than his height.
He doesn't feel like he feel like he's like
6'9",
like,
6'10".
He's an undersized. For a power forward, he's undersized. But he feels like he's like a real deal, like center size. Like it's just
on some Ben Wallace shit. Like from a defensive standpoint, it's just like like from a size and it's weird. But like his game, it's just like it could be like a way more explosive like Draymond Green if you really wanted to. Yeah. Like his handle is like that's that college shit I be talking about. Like
his
with college basketball,
really his passing is under. I didn't know he could pass, but then like I was watching like a little like scouting report thing, and like he really does have like shades of Draymond to his game, but just like Draymond, if Draymond had better like
if Draymond
was
more
built
athletic,
better,
yeah,
like, not saying he's like bad built or whatever, but like Jarris Walker had like the super long arms and wingspan and stuff like that. So like if Draymond had that, that would be him.
And his shot is decent. He has a great handle on the ball. Like I felt like that was an extremely good pickup for Indiana. I think that's a young core that's very underrated. In my opinion, there's a lot of overrated young cores, but
we don't have to get into that.
We don't have to. But hey, stop. Hey, get off y'all knees for Wemby, man.
Man,
we saw that young core list. He is not supposed to be on that. Stop the game. 6 at best. Anyway,
while we're speaking of young cores and everything, we just got the whole Bleacher Report update on Miami and how they're trying to send a young core to Portland. Miami wants to send 3 first-round picks along with Tyler Hero in a potential trade package so they can get Dame. And Portland says, no, we want 4 picks. And at this point, can we just please give him the 4th pick, bro? So we can just we love Dame, but like this is tiring. He has to stop this. Like
I'm tired
stop talking about it.
I'm tired of hearing this nigga's name about potential upcoming gradual interest. There's just certain words next to Dame that I'm tired of hearing, and those are some of those words that I'm trying to hear report in big letters. Dame has been dealt to. Dame has been sent.
Lillard traded. I'm trying to see that.
Lillard traded. Lillard sent to. Finalizing a deal. I'm trying to hear some shit like that because it's getting ridiculous. Hearing Damian Lillard and just potential. I'm tired of that shit. Every single day. I thought this was gonna be one of the first podcasts we don't even touch Dame. And then here you go. Bleacher Report. Via who? Is it a specific reporter?
No, it's via a newspaper, the Oregonian.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They got that nigga Woj in the lab. That nigga Woj in the lab right now trying to get to the nitty gritty for real. I understand Woj, but yeah, it only makes sense to go to Miami.
That's the only thing. He said, like, there's been reports like, oh, if I go anywhere else, I'm not gonna want to play. So I believe him.
Yeah, players have the overall like say so in all of this at the end of the day. Like players,
it's Adam Silver's NBA.
Yeah, like I don't care what they try to do to try to rectify this. Like, if a player says he wants to go somewhere, he's gonna go there. Unless you like one of these vet minimum players or some shit like that. If you're a star player, you're gonna go to where you want to go for real. Ultimately.
Even Kawhi, Pop got mad when he said he wanted to go to the Clippers. Pop shipped him to Toronto. He still ended up on the Clippers eventually. Like
literally the next year, and he won a championship on the way going there. That's crazy.
That's really a flex. That's really a flex.
Crazy karma too. It's like, damn, you gonna do my nigga like that? All right, bet. God got me.
But we see Dame, he's trying his hardest to go to the Heat. And then there's another report that James Harden wants to go to the Clippers. And I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening.
I mean, I don't know where else this nigga could go. I mean, he could be back. He could stay in Philly if he wants to, but I already know how,
like, we know how it's going to end, but, like, still, bro.
Hey, but I know how hard to get down if you don't want to be somewhere for real.
He put on that fat suit?
That nigga put on the fat suit. That nigga start getting the private jet into some places, and he just started going to work with it. The Clippers, first of all, I don't.
Barring injury, the Clippers could be.
Yo. Hey, nigga, you been teasing me every episode, nigga. Hey, there's an unreleased episode. You doing the same shit again. It's getting crazy out here. But it's like, even if he decides to get there and go, I mean, they would have to give up something, I assume, because it's a trade and not a free agency thing. Yeah. So I don't know what they would be giving up. I know you not just gonna give up Eric Gordon in the first for this nigga. I would assume you want a little bit more for James Harden. So I don't know. I don't know. I just think the Clippers uniform looks ugly on this nigga James Harden. I just don't think that he should be hooping in LA with these niggas that can't stay healthy. That's just another excuse for James Harden to use when he doesn't make it all the way. For him to be like, hey, yo, look, at our strongest, we could have done something special. But I'm not trying to hear that shit from James Harden. The New York Knicks is a little bit more intriguing to me, honestly, if I'm being honest with myself.
But hold on for a second.
Because this nigga got some breaking news.
No, I could be wrong. So, like, if I'm wrong, cut this shit out the episode. But
no, we can keep it in.
Didn't James Harden opt in to stay with the 76ers?
Yeah, he opted in with the intention of finding a trade.
If you don't just opt out, like,
nah, what? He opted in because he wanted to get that money. Nobody was gonna give James Harden that kind of money. Nobody was gonna give.
I'm glad he's getting his money. Shout out to him, And like, I understand why you would take the money, but like, you are already rich. Like, yeah, Russ, he took that pay cut. Russ is getting like $8 million, and Russell Westbrook is one of the best point guards we've ever seen play basketball.
That's true.
Russ is also incredibly rich off the court, so he was like, "Whatever, I want to stay in LA. I'm tired of moving around. I'll take this pay cut." James Harden, you can do that same thing.
But yeah, you can take a pay cut. You can take a pay cut, but I think also I also think he did a solid by opting in. With the 76ers, because at least the 76ers can get something back for this nigga. He just doesn't just get to walk for nothing in free agency.
Who cares about doing them a solid? He didn't like them.
No, I'm saying like it's good for like the 76ers to like replace him with something instead of just nothing.
I mean, yeah, it's good for the 76ers, but if James Harden's gonna keep doing all this crying and bro, please trade me, I want to be like, bro, and then he's gonna show up in the fat suit, and it's just come on, bro.
Hey, how long you think Joel Embiid gonna be there?
I'll see what happens after next season, but I don't think he can stay there the whole career.
I don't think there's ever going to be another for lifer in the NBA.
I think Giannis and Jokic.
I can see Jokic just because he just cut. I think he does that based off of him just cutting his career short. I can definitely see Giannis leaving.
I think Jokic's gonna stay. His game's gonna age well.
I'm not saying that it's gonna get cut prematurely. He just comes off as somebody that says, "Yo, I'm tired of basketball. I'm good. I'm going back to my country." The way this nigga just loves to go back home. That nigga did not want to go to the parade for real. He was like, "Oh, this your Thursday?"
He didn't want to go into the
he had to top his life.
I was like, bro, I do not want to go, bro.
He said,
I be having so much.
Nah, Jokic be a nigga for real, because that nigga was really just like, a parade. Who all gonna be there? Who all gonna be? Oh, where? I guess I'll slide. I'll slide for like 15. Nigga stay the whole time. That nigga just.
He was like, I love this parade.
Nah, man.
He a real
one. He a real for that. I'm gonna respect that nigga for that one. I ain't gonna lie. Hell no. But was that all for free agency? Because I mean, bottom line, like I don't see that nigga going to the Clippers, and if he does, oh well.
Like,
I don't. You know,
they're just gonna get unhealthier. Like I like Paul George. I like Kawhi. I like Russ. I like James. I like all of them. But like they literally cannot. They're just so unhealthy and have so much bad luck. Like if I was Ty Lue, bro, like I just every single year one of y'all got to get hurt.
I would be so upset.
I would be so mad because he's a good coach, and they're a good team. They just cannot like. It has to be their training staff or something. Bro.
Nah, I can't do it. I can't do that.
There needs to be a reason, bro. We have to get to the bottom of this.
Kawhi is just Kawhi.
Oh, Kawhi, he's never gonna be healthy again for like his career. He had like some degenerative stuff in his leg, so he's
and then Paul George is just like he can always fall back on that catastrophic knee injury.
You know, it don't even be his knee that be getting hurt. It be his shoulder. I don't know what he messed up his shoulder somehow, and it just always be troubling him. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, when he shot off that backboard in the bubble, I was like, yeah, this nigga still ain't healed yet. Yeah, that's crazy, but
that's enough free agency.
That's enough free agency. Yeah, that's enough free agency.
We need to overreact about some stuff, bro.
Oh yeah, what for real?
We need to overreact about the summer league.
Oh yeah, so is it Christmas in July? Is it Christmas in July? This is my favorite kind of season for real, man.
Oh, bro.
This is my favorite kind of season. I don't know if we talked about this.
I wish y'all could like see Greg. Like he was leaned back in his chair. He scooted up. His shoulders off.
Nah, this is the most.
He's excited.
Hey yo, look, this is the most wonderful time of the summer for NBA basketball, summer league. Let's start off with let's start to overreact. I don't know if we did anything for episode 2 concerning what we thought about summer league or anything like that. I think it was a little too early for that.
Yeah, I think it started yet.
I think we're doing draft. We're probably doing draft stuff. Yeah, so let's go ahead and break this shit down.
All right.
Let's who you want to start off with first?
Well, you know, as a fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder, I just have to say Chet is that guy. He's Timothy, and he's going to win Rookie of the Year this season.
Hey man, look, Chet.
He's that guy. He just like last game. I want to say I think he had 25, 9, and 5 blocks.
13 pounds make a difference.
MVP.
13 pounds make a difference.
He went from like 200 pounds to 213 pounds. You know he's getting swole now. That's an MVP right there.
You do not get it. You do not get the chance to call that nigga swole. I do. Niggas do not know what this nigga was saying in the DMs when that nigga sent me that 13-pound game. That nigga said,
Not 13 pounds. Is
This that shit you talking about.
Everybody was overreacting. I was like, oh, Chet gained 13 pounds. That's nuts. He went from 200 to 213 pounds. He's still 7 foot. Like, the body is like, he's still skinny, bro. Like, it's not doing nothing, bro.
I mean, apparently it's giving that nigga 25 tennis. Apparently it's working.
I really feel like that's just a product of him. He was in the NBA for a year, even though he was hurt. He still got that development a little bit. So I feel like that's really a product of that. And also, people in the summer league aren't very good, so it's easier to dominate them.
You would think. You would think that it's because summer league niggas would dominate, right? You know, sometimes that just doesn't happen. So I mean, like we said, we got Chet out the way. You know, OKC is a great franchise. It's not
the best young core in the NBA. I don't care what nobody else says.
The best young core in the NBA is not even close. I promise you. Niggas don't even talk about Case and Wallace. That's
right. I forgot. No, bro. Like,
niggas don't even talk about this nigga.
I got more, man. We can keep going. Cause have you seen like Usman Dieng? Like he looked like Paul George last game, bro. I was just like, like I say it before I say it again. They have too many good players. They have 37 draft picks for the next 5 years. They have too many good players. I don't know what they're doing, but it's a great time to be a Thunder fan, and also a confusing time.
Yeah, it's a very confusing time, but you know, look, I'm expecting y'all to get to the playoffs for sure. I think with you know, the people that struggle. Let's start with the people that struggle. You know what I mean? Most notable, Brandon Miller. I was gonna go crazy, go with the number 1 pick. Now this is number 2 pick. Brandon Miller struggled in summer league. Y'all didn't get a chance to hear my rant in this hidden episode, but you know, look, I'm not here to call this nigga a bust, and if you're blaming. You know, if you're basing everything off of summer league, you're just not smart. All right, there's plenty of people that have shined in summer league. Hey, yo, look, Anthony Bennett had a double in summer league.
He was going crazy.
To this day, we don't even know where Tim Duncan's stats are in summer league, but we just know this nigga got dominated. So we just take these things with a grain of salt. But I will say, 8 fouls in a game is crazy. Eight fouls in the game is crazy. I remember when we first had this conversation. I said you can't get fouled out in summer league. I lied. It's 10 fouls. After the 10th foul, you do
10 is crazy.
10 is crazy. And the fact that you was 2 away from getting out of here is insane. You had more fouls than points for 2 games. All right, 2 straight games.
He had a good game, right?
Yesterday he had like a little 26 points. You know, it's at this point it's one of those times where it's like nobody's watching these games anymore because everybody getting shut down. I don't really care. I don't really care that you out here dominating like the real scrubs. You know what I mean? Like these are the real scrubs. Hey, look, if you really in summer league and you really watching this podcast, you know, take the word scrub with a grain of salt. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all niggas not LeBron, but like, yeah, like I need like when the pressure is brightest, like when the lights is bright, I'm trying to. The pressure
bright
bright is crazy. It's just
I get what you're saying. Though.
It's just like you gotta show out a little bit. You gotta do something. And you had a head start because you was hooping in Cali or Utah or wherever the fuck you was before the official Las Vegas started. So, like I said, I'm a little concerned. I want to see more about him. Of course, LaMelo. They kept on the broadcast trying to shoot that nigga some bell like, he's gonna shine well and compliment well against LaMelo Ball. Okay, cool, but. When you're the number 2 pick, you need to be able to get your own bucket at some point. So
when people keep giving him the Paul George comparisons, I expected to see like better. But I mean, I guess it's time.
But you didn't. But Paul George wasn't doing Paul George things.
Fair enough.
Off forever. So I truly think it's going to take some time, and I still think he's going to be a solid pick. Although I'll be giving this nigga, I'll be giving this nigga hell. It's like crazy. All right. So, uh, now the bus number two, Wemby. Let's just go ahead and get that out the way. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get Wemby out the way.
Britney Spears won.
Britney Spears won. You saw these Britney Spears stand accounts?
I didn't know the thing.
Yeah, there's Britney Spears stand accounts.
People were putting
Britney Spears songs.
When Wemby got dunked on, they was putting Britney Spears songs on the video. I was like,
yes,
they roll deep. Like I ain't know.
Yo, I didn't even know they knew ball like that for real. I had to put some respect on some of these stands. I'm like, yo, y'all really LMFAOing for real. Started off with 5 points. It happened to be against Brandon Miller, who didn't have a great night either. Just some mid basketball being played. Some very mid to below average basketball. These are your top 2 picks, by the way.
Yeah.
And you know what the game was before? The number 3 and the number 4 pick. And it ended on a game, and it ended on a game winner.
That was actually a good game.
It was actually a good game. Productivity. I'm not gonna go. Hey, look, y'all know my fandom. I'm not even gonna bring them up just yet. But to go from that to prime time, Wemby, Brandon Miller, that shit was ass. I did not want to see that shit. 5 points was crazy. Now he did redeem himself, give himself 27 points, 12, and some other things. But yeah, I mean, look, I said this at the start. He never had a great shot. It just looked good. You know what I mean?
He shot like 30% in France. And their 3-point line is shorter. Like,
yeah, like my girl was trying to like understand things, and the best way I could do it is just through a relationship thing. So this is what I told her, and let me know if this made any sense. I tried my best, but it's just like, yo, it's kind of like a guy approaching you, and he's a smooth talker. He's really cold with the talk. He can really like smooth talk for real, but his breath is ass. His breath smells horrible. It don't matter what this nigga's saying. His breath is ass. So it just negates everything that nigga's saying for real. Just like Wemby shot. It looks great. The form looks beautiful. It's just inefficient. And he just got to work on it. It's fixable. Go get some mouthwash. Go brush your teeth. Do something, mint. Something. Get into that lab, get into that gym, and everything will be okay. You're going to be a great talent in this league. But your shot is ass right now. It just looks good, but it's still ass. Was that comparison good enough for a woman to understand, in your opinion?
As a person who's not a woman, so I don't know if it's good enough for a woman to understand.
Hey man, look.
I feel like that was pretty good.
All right, man. Look, I'm improving day by day with this shit, man. I promise you, gang. But with Wemby, I always knew his offensive talent was gonna be up and down, which is why I always had Scoot Henderson winning Rookie of the Year. In my personal opinion, I just felt like he was just gonna have more opportunities. It's gonna be Scoot. It's gonna be Scoot Henderson's to lose, honestly, in my opinion. But Wemby's defense was gonna be exceptional.
That's gonna be his calling card early in his career. If he won't be able to score, he's gonna be able to. He's too tall. He can just put his hands up. He's always gonna be it.
I think he's always gonna
have 4
blocks.
If he's not a good defender, then he's the worst draft pick ever.
Yeah, you got a point there. And his vision is okay. Like his passing vision is okay, but I really wasn't there for you to pass for real.
Literally,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I told you, he's gonna piss me off if he turns into one of these tween Kevin Durant ass niggas. Like I already told you, like if he becomes one of those,
if he turns into Cat,
if that nigga turned into Cat, I'm gonna turn the TV off, nigga.
I'm done with the NBA, bro. I'm done.
Nah, that nigga upset because he saw a Cat in that little training video with Paul George, getting his shots up. That's funny. Also, now that we got off the 2 packs of ash, let's go ahead and get some generational talent back into the system. Scoot Henderson had his little debut. It was cool. It was what it was to be expected for me. Like I expected Scoot Henderson to come out the gate and be Scoot. People had some questions about both Thompson twins. I think Amin played exceptionally well. I think this was the first time.
I'm sorry, I need to say something about the Thompson twins, bro.
Go ahead, again.
The Thompson twins are artificial intelligence, bro. They're AI. I don't think they're real people. They don't seem like real people. Like just like looking at them and how they interact, like they don't seem like real people. Like
they take NBA quizzes for fun.
They're not real. Like they're little. Like people are like, oh, Kawhi's a robot. No, they're
them.
robots.
It's them. It's
like,
them. Bro.
They're not real people. They don't even like. I remember on the draft, they don't look like no one else in their family. So I was like, oh, okay. Their dad was a scientist. He built them in the lab.
Yeah, built them niggas in the basement, bro.
They're the only like 6'7" niggas in their family. They have an older brother. That nigga was like 6'1" or something, bro. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
And he don't look like them at all. They're not real people, but
yeah,
they're not real people.
Like Amin Thompson, and this is one of the very few things people. This is the first time I heard this comparison, and not a lot of people were using this comparison enough for me. And that's Lonzo Ball. I think Amin Thompson has a Lonzo Ball type of archetype. His defense is decent.
You made that comparison.
Yeah, like I thought about it, but like I wasn't saying it out loud. And then I heard somebody else say it, and I was just like, I knew I wasn't tripping. But I texted you first, and I was just like, yo, this is the shit that Lonzo Ball was supposed to be. And then I heard somebody on the broadcast say it, and I was like, you see, this is why I should have tweeted it, so I could be like, I said it first, nigga. And now everybody gets to say that they said it first, but like, yo, I was really thinking that shit first during that first game, and that was my first time ever thinking about it like that. He had a great outing. His court vision was everything the Rockets needed and some, and very unselfish. Even Asar, that was the person I had the most questions about because I knew that his playmaking wasn't as good as Amin, but he still has playmaking ability, especially off the fast break. His athleticism is still there. He has a shot. Detroit got a real win out of that one. Cam Whitmore was okay. That nigga just doesn't know how to pass the ball. There's not a shot that he doesn't like to take.
So he's like Amani Bates.
Yeah. Another nigga that shined bright. And an honorable mention because I love when the NBA meat rides a small market team, a small market player. And that's Keontae George, right? The way, I don't know if you saw this nigga stats.
I did not.
But they combined his game 1 and game 2 stats. So it would say 57, 17, and 9. And then at the very bottom in small print, it says over the last 2 games.
Why are they
but
doing that?
I don't know. I don't care. Them niggas is promoting basketball. I was like, if you gonna gloss Wemby, gloss this nigga too, because he was doing good. Like I really like. I've always liked Keontae George's game. And it was crazy that he was supposed to be a Houston Cougar. That's really crazy to think about. But he was supposed to be a Houston Cougar. I think he's gonna be good for Utah. I think Imani Bates is gonna be cool. I think Jarris Walker is gonna be fire. Jaime Jaquez may not be a Miami Heat after all of this is being said and done.
He's gonna be a good basketball
but
player.
he's gonna be a good basketball player. Maybe this is where I overreact. I really think this draft class could be something special. Like I really think this draft class is deep enough where we can go back and be like, these niggas might be decent. They just gotta have the chance and the opportunity to hit that for real.
I don't know about every draft class. I feel like
What's the last special one? What's the last special one to you in your opinion?
You said what?
What's the last special draft class to you in your opinion?
Probably the one with Anthony Edwards and Melo in them.
Oh, that one with James Wiseman? I would have thought 2018.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna say it.
What?
I think Wiseman could end up being.
Nigga.
Bro, I don't care. I don't care.
Brother.
I don't care. I think he'll end up.
Nigga.
I think we don't even got to talk. I think he'll end up. I think he can do it.
You a Marvin Bagley fan too, huh?
Nah, I never thought he could do it.
Oh.
That sounded really bad, but I don't mean it like that. But
yeah,
I never believed in it.
I knew he was cooked when they tried to when they advanced that nigga a grade level. He foregone his senior year and went straight into Duke basketball. I was like, that was the worst decision you could have did. You didn't want to go to prom, nigga? That's crazy. But I always thought 2018 with DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, and Trae Young and all them boys, I thought that was going to be
Ain't no way you had DeAndre. You get mad at me for James Wiseman. You're like DeAndre Ayton up there. Not
Um,
saying Wiseman's not as good as
um,
Aiden, but Aiden is not no superstar like them niggas.
I mean, look, James Wiseman was supposed to be the quote unquote safe pick,
He
just
was
like
hurt all the time.
just like DeAndre Ayton was supposed to be everybody's safe pick. I just think DeAndre Ayton was the better safe pick.
Or whatever.
All I'm saying is DeAndre Ayton never went to the G League.
Fair enough.
James Wiseman was in the G League multiple
enough.
times. Then shipped to Detroit. Still not the best center there. Jalen Duren there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We still need to talk about the in-season tourney and the new flopping rule. But me, I am like the in-season tourney. I was reading about it and I was like, "Wow, this explanation is really long." I'm gonna just wait till Greg explains. So let me turn it over to Greg so he can explain the in-season tournament rules.
All right, bet. Okay, first of all, I do not condone the in-season tournament. I think
it's the dumbest idea ever.
I think it's ass. But since we're here, let's go ahead and talk about it. They're gonna divide this into like 4 groups. They're using the regular season as part of the tournament. Like you're naturally playing these games anyway on the schedule. But it'll just be like, okay, this is the in-season tournament starting now. And all of these games will count towards your point, your stats, except for the championship game. And I think all of these, like once you get to like a final 4 or whatever it is, those are getting played in Las Vegas for the cup. And the incentive is like $500K each.
Okay.
Like, look, if you're a team like, my Houston Rockets or even like Jackson's OKC Thunder, it's kind of like a unique thing for them to like have some kind of like not playoff experience, but just kind of like like real competitive basketball, like people really competing and that kind of atmosphere. But that only works if everybody is buying into it. You know what I mean? And I'm afraid that niggas like LeBron, niggas like other people that don't need $500K are not going to take this serious enough. And I feel like social media is going to clown this to a degree, to the point where niggas not going to I swear, like if Joel Embiid ends up winning the cup,
Chris Paul wins, if the Warriors win and Chris Paul,
the jokes that's going to fly off that. Like niggas is not going to try hard. They're going to treat this shit like a preview of the All-Star game if they don't fuck around and just commit to it.
Watch Dame end up on the Heat or whatever this offseason. Then the Heat gonna play. They win the little in-season tournament. Yeah, then they don't even win the finals or nothing. People are just gonna. It's gonna get ugly for Dame and Jimmy.
Or it'll be some shit like Luka. Luka go ahead and wins it, and then he'll fuck around and just not make the playoffs.
That could very much.
Because that nigga in December had like a 60-point triple double, 60-20. 60-20-10 triple double. So that nigga can cook in December and January, but it's just like
he just had nobody else around him to help. I mean, he had Kyrie, but that was later in the season.
Yeah, so I don't know. It may be the second coming of summer league. This might be winter league. You feel me? It just depends on how seriously this is going to be taken. And I felt like if the incentives were higher, like an extra home game to the winner, or for when it comes to playoff
incentive
time,
has to be like draft position or something.
But that still doesn't incentivize the player.
That is,
you know what I mean? Like for a mid player, that's like, oh, okay, y'all gave me one extra draft pick for my replacement. Like that doesn't really move me, I guess. But I don't think $500K really moves niggas either. For this to really be exciting,
like, it moves like all this is probably. It moves like the young player, like you're talking about, like the Rockets and stuff. But like
for sure,
the Suns don't care.
Warriors don't care.
Like
Lakers don't care. Yeah,
I don't know what the
Boston
it was just
care.
Pointless. Like they got upset with people like taking games off and not taking games serious and stuff. So they're like, okay, we'll bring this tournament, but nobody cares about the tournament. So it really doesn't make. It's a stupid idea. Like it's a very
And and most of these games, like I said, these games are still counting towards like your overall season record.
Like,
So it's like,
there's no point. Just these are regular season games, bro. Stop being stupid, bro. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I guess it's for ratings. I guess it's like a
I
little
don't think
mini
people will
boost for
turn.
rating.
I don't think it's gonna do anything for ratings because it's gonna.
Well,
No one cares. Do fans care about this tournament? They're like, oh look, we won the in-season tournament.
like I said, it has to depend on like you have to make the stakes higher in order for everybody to be fully bought into this.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Like imagine the winner of this gets a first round bye. Like no
First
matter
round
what,
bye in the NBA is crazy.
like
But what if they don't make the playoffs?
that's a good question.
Like,
That consolidates into a first
but
round.
they get the number one pick or something.
Nah. But they oh, you know what they can? They'll have a percentage into the lottery. They'll get a percentage into the lottery. They'll get like a 0.8, a 0.9.
Get out of
lottery.
here, bro. That's then.
Your lottery chances increase by 0.9. I'm just trying to figure. Like, look, I don't have the answers. I think it's stupid.
No one has the answers.
But
Some idea.
well, apparently, Adam Silver thinks he has the answers to this. But I just want to see it play out one good year, just to see how it's being marketed, what the commercials are like, all of that. It's going to be held every Tuesday and Friday. So they're being smart about this because you're dealing with Monday Night Football and all that stuff. So it's going to be a jam-packed, week of sports for like November, December. And as a sports enthusiast of NSO, I think that's a great holiday package to have in the month of December.
I will be. I'm talking all this. I will be watching it because I like sports. But
Exactly. I just want to see how it's going to pan out. I just don't think. I don't know, but going from there, yeah. What's up?
Oh, I was gonna say, how does the flopping rule pan out? How does that work?
Okay, so the flopping rule, they already like implemented it in summer league, and it's already just kind of on some bullshit. They gave somebody a technical foul.
What?
They gave somebody so you get a technical foul for flopping. They gave the person that flopped, quote unquote, the technical foul, a non-fighting technical foul, and dude actually got hit. Nigga, he actually got like hit in the face.
He was actually fouled on the play.
He was actually fouled on the play.
He got hit in the face.
But he actually got hit like in the eye area. I think the rule is stupid if you're just blatantly lying. Okay, that's one thing. If you do one of those Marcus Smarts, like, that's cool. Like, give those niggas a technical foul. Yeah. But if you're going to put in the ref's hands the embellishment of what somebody's gonna do, or how somebody reacts to an actual foul when you got actual contact, I just think you're setting yourself up. And you're setting these reps up for failure, bro. Like, I don't understand why you would even put that in their position to do something stupid. Like, it's the refs are already bad enough.
And this is going to like they're doing it in summer league now, but it's for sure a thing this season.
Yes, this is a for sure thing for this season.
Scott Foster finna go crazy.
Going to go crazy, but on top of that, they did implement the second challenge rule. You do get a second challenge only if you win your first challenge. So that I do like that. I do like that rule. I think they're going to keep it, but I already know there's going to be some like Jokic getting hit by like Isaiah Thomas. Like, if he gets hit in the eye, but you think he's too big to be flailing like that, but he got poked in the eye. Nigga, I know.
My eye, bro. Like,
nigga, I know how I feel when a bug get too close to like my glasses. Nigga, I'm like, hey, yo, nigga, I be flopping. So I don't want to hear that shit, bro. It's weird. It's weird. They should just. It's gonna be a work in progress. Yeah. It's gonna be a work in progress for sure.
But wrapping up, we still have. There was a lost episode, so we never got to give our hot takes for that episode. So we gotta get into some hot takes.
Go ahead, man. You got it.
And my hot take, I'm gonna change it to a new hot take this episode
Oh
because
shit.
this is something that's been pissing me off a little bit.
Oh shit.
I really do think the NBA needs to stop, quote unquote, shutting down players for like things like summer league and stuff. Like you should shut like Scoot Henderson. He just got shut down. It makes sense because he has a shoulder injury. So yeah, that makes sense. Amen Thompson. He also had an injury. Shut those people down. They're hurt. But Brandon Miller, he also got shut down. Why did he get shut down? Because he wasn't good. Like
Nah, because he scored 26 points. They said let's go ahead and end it out.
like you should. The only people that should be getting shut down and not playing in like summer league and stuff like that are the players that are either too good or those that are injured. Like Jalen Williams, he got they took him out the summer league because he was too good. Keegan Murray, they took him out the summer league because he was too good. They make sense.
Jabari Smith, Tyree Eason, like yo, you out here eating children's food. That makes sense.
And then another thing that also upset it be players who are not good and they just don't be in the summer league. Like Jalen Suggs, why are you not in your uniform? Why are you not dressed up? Cole Anthony, put your jersey on, get your shoes, bro. Get back to the field. I don't know why.
Why is Jalen Suggs wearing Balenciagas on court side with this?
He got a Palm Angel hoodie on, bro. Put your jersey on.
Stop it, Jalen Suggs. That's crazy. It's crazy work.
And that I feel like it's like I'm gonna sound like an old man, even though I'm not an old man. But I feel like it's like a culture shift in the NBA because, like, even with like, with like the NBA drafts and stuff like that, there are a lot of players who like shut themselves down. They're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do this workout. Oh, I'm not doing that," and it's just like, bro, why not? Like, I don't. It just feels like a sort of lack of competitiveness in like. And I don't even like saying that because I know the players are very competitive, but it just seems like, bro, what are you doing? You know.
And I think Adam Silver did tweak the rules where you do have to be a participant of the NBA draft workouts to even qualify. It's a mandatory thing for you to be a part of these drills or something. You can't just decline everything type shit. But of course, I feel like there's always going to be an exception to the rules. I'm almost for certain niggas was not forcing Wemby to do all these extra fucking drills.
Wemby also got shut down. It's just like, bro.
But Wemby makes sense though. Wemby makes sense. That nigga's team is ass. I was not trying to see that nigga play anyway. Wait till that nigga start. If your team is too ass,
like the only excuse for Wemby to not play is because he was just playing.
That nigga hoop every month. That nigga has hooped more than any player that's played in summer league.
And he was racially profiled. Like he's been through a lot. So
and the Britney Spears stance was on this nigga's case. He ain't even do shit for real. He ain't even hit the woman. It was a security guard. So I don't know. I get that, and I respect that opinion for the most part because I think that we got to stop babying these motherfuckers. Like you got niggas like James Booknight out here, yo. Like there's just like players that's like, yo, like why are you not on the court? And James Booknight was on the court, by the way. I don't mean to give that nigga a straight, but
I get what you're saying.
Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs. Those are just the most important niggas that
they're watching Anthony Black. Like they're watching Anthony Black go off. He finna take y'all spot.
Y'all finna take y'all. One of y'all niggas getting shipped off.
He finna be the point guard now. Like
that's like RJ Hampton out here just dapping up niggas. I'm like, yo, excuse me, bro. Get on the court.
When THT was at Summer League, like with like 2.
Yes, bro.
I was like,
that shit. That's when I knew it was getting out of hand. When that nigga started doing it. I was like, yeah, we cooked as an organization, yo. We cooked as a league, yo. We allowing this to happen. And THT was dressing, nigga. Nigga was a dress. That nigga put the shit on.
He did.
That shit pissed me off more, nigga. I was like, why this nigga drip?
Mad you're not on the court, but
this nigga drip crazy.
I can't really hate, but like
I'ma hate, and I'ma find a way to hate, but god damn. God damn! All right, nigga. All right. You better be balling. You better be balling, nigga.
And he was.
He wasn't. He wasn't at all. Nah, nigga. But I guess my hot take. It's not basketball related. It's not. I don't think it's sports related. Actually, it's not gonna be sports related. My granny be watching this podcast. I forgot to tell you that. So this one is a special request, specifically to her and other people that do this.
Insult his grandmother.
I'm not insulting nobody. She know I love her. But y'all, and I'm trying my best not to use no real cuss words, but I don't think I can, bro. As a black community, we need to stop being fried chicken connoisseurs and fried chicken police off of who ate more gristle than the next nigga. Like, why are y'all so enamored by saying, "Oh wow, you left all that on the, you ain't even clean it off, nigga"? It's not your chicken, bro. Like, y'all out here talking about chicken like y'all just can't go back up the street and get some more. Like, we just wasting food for real,
bro.
Like, bro, like, yo, like, and shout out to my granny because she used to clear that shit off. It was very unhealthy. The way she was doing that shit was ungodly.
You eat the gristle, my dad.
He eats the
gristle. That's insane.
No, she eats the like.
They break the bone down and go,
I'm like, yo, bro, this is bone marrow.
We can get more chicken.
Like, we are not poor. We're not poor, yo. Like, we can go get chicken. Yo, we don't have to do this.
It's right down the street, bro.
Like, yo, it's right. Yo, it's walking distance. It's walking. We don't have to go far at all. You eating enough cartilage for D Rose to have a second career, and you out here worried about how much chicken is on the bone. Y'all gotta stop doing that, and especially these young people that be doing that shit. If you young and doing this,
you know better.
You know better. I give slights to my granny. My granny, she's like 78, 79. And granny, you know what I mean by this. We done already had a conversation. But like, yo, y'all gotta stop this. Y'all gotta stop this. It's getting out of hand. And that's my PSA, specifically to the black community, because I feel like this is the only community that has these kind of issues, especially at a cookout. Stop. And don't grab my shit and eat the gristle off. If you're family, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Eating the gristle off, that's insane.
I've seen that happen.
Somebody else's chicken is like the food. The bone is done.
The bone's done.
I done finished the chicken. And you come, let me get the bone.
Like, we're better than this.
That's crazy.
We're better than this. And y'all not even talking about the kids, yo. Like, the kids, that's why you give them legs. You give them undesirable pieces that you wasn't gonna eat anyway.
Whoa.
Oh no. Oh wow. Did I touch a nerve? You eat the legs?
Bro.
I eat thighs and wings. That's me personally. I eat thighs and wings.
Drums are better than flats, bro. Drums are the best part of the chicken. They're the best part.
What you mean flats? What the fuck you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about chicken. Like the chicken leg.
Okay. But you acting like that's undesirable.
I'm saying, like, out of all the pieces, like, what do you give chicken? You don't give kids the thigh if you know they're gonna mess over the chicken. If you know they're gonna mess it up, they're gonna mess over, right? You give them the chicken leg. Most people are just not going out the way to just eat chicken legs all the time. So niggas not really.
I don't agree with that statement.
Niggas not really out here just eating chicken legs. That's for petite women and niggas on the diet. That's not really what y'all. That's not the first piece you grab. Don't sit here and lie to me. That's the first piece. That's not the first one you grab, Jack. So don't sit here and play.
Yes, it is.
No, you grab a thigh. You grab a wing, or a breast. You do not grab a leg.
Yes, I.
You know what? We're gonna have a poll because you really pissing me off. There's no way,
bro. It'd be the easiest. You open the box, you see the leg. You grab. It's the easiest to grab. It's easy. It already got it. It come with a handle. It's easiest. Like, it makes sense. Stop that. Stop it.
Yo.
I don't like your hot take. I like your hot take. Then all the other stuff you said, I hated it.
Yo, if you eat chicken legs, that's fine, bro. Ain't nobody coming for your livelihood for that. If that's what you want, I'm just saying, I don't think that's your first piece. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen you eat chicken. I've never seen you grab the leg first. I've never seen you grab the leg. I've never seen you grab the leg first. On God.
Stop it.
On
The only
God.
time I don't grab the leg is if there's no more left.
Most of the time, we just don't be having legs for real. Honestly.
Honestly, people grab the first.
No,
The first thing gone.
Nah, I stand by what I say, bro.
Man,
Legs,
bro,
chicken legs are for petite women. Leave that for the petite women, please.
Bro, whatever, bro.
That's cool, bro. It's all good.
But
That's my hot take. That's my hot take. I had a basketball one, but I want to keep that one in the tuck. I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I heard that take last week. We're not doing that one. No, sir.
It's okay, bro. There's some validity in that one though. You know it.
Whatever. Let's sign off this podcast.
All right, man. It's been real. Another episode in the books. If you
This
wanna,
episode will actually come out.
oh, most definitely. Like I will make it my civic duty that this is out like Saturday 8 a.m. sharp, gang. Y'all gonna have this shit right. Y'all gonna have this shit right for sure. If you're new to this, want to be true to this, make sure that y'all like the podcast,
comment,
I don't even know if they can really subscribe off of audio, but if you can, do it.
Give us 5 stars.
Give us 5 stars. Not only do that, but leave us a written review if you have the chance. You know what I mean?
Tell your family, tell your friend, tell your enemies.
Look, tell your friend.
Your lovers, tell your haters.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We back on the map. And any last words for the audience before we?
We're not done with this chicken conversation. That's my last.
Oh
word.
my God.
We're not done.
Yo, this nigga, you really pressed about this. That's crazy.
Yes, but,
that's crazy.
But other than that,
great episode. All I'm gonna say, like I said, the chicken leg is for the petite women, bro. It's for petite women only.
Bro, whatever.
Leave them legs alone.
With that, we're signing out.
Cereal is nothing but cold soup. You feel me? Like let's get it crack. Let's get it cracking. I'm playing.
All right, bro. We'll catch y'all.
All right, next week. All right.